Have your legs started feeling weak, heavy, or tired lately? Maybe getting up from the sofa feels harder than before? Maybe you now hold the railing while climbing stairs? Or perhaps you feel fine in the morning, but by evening your legs feel like they have no energy left. Most people simply blame age. They say, "I am getting older, this is normal." But age may not be the only reason. Sometimes, the foods you eat every day can make the problem worse, not because one food suddenly destroys your legs, but because certain foods fill your stomach without giving your muscles what they actually need. Today, let us talk about 5 foods you should start reducing, what you can eat instead, and a few simple habits that may help you stay active for longer. And before we begin, subscribe to the channel and share this with someone over 60 who wants to protect their strength and independence. Your legs work harder than you realize. They carry your body every time you walk. They help you stand up, sit down, climb stairs, get into a car, use the bathroom, and keep your balance when you almost slip. But as we get older, we often start using our legs less. We sit for longer periods. We walk less. We avoid stairs. We stop lifting things. Sometimes joint pain, tiredness, or fear of falling makes us even less active. And when muscles are not used regularly, they slowly become weaker. Food plays an important role too. Your muscles need good food to repair themselves and stay strong. They need protein, vitamins, minerals, water, and enough energy. But many popular foods give you plenty of calories without giving your body much useful nutrition. They make you feel full, but your muscles are still waiting for the food they need. That is where the problem begins. You may be eating 3 meals a day, yet still not giving your legs enough support. So let us start with the first food. Food number 1, sugary drinks. The first thing to reduce is sugary drinks. This includes soda, sweet tea, energy drinks, bottled fruit drinks, flavored coffee, milkshakes, and drinks loaded with sugar or syrup. These drinks may taste refreshing, but they do very little for your muscles. Think about what happens when you drink a large soda with lunch. It may contain a lot of sugar and calories, but it gives you almost no protein, fiber, or useful nutrition. It fills part of your stomach and raises your energy quickly, but after some time, that energy may drop again, leaving you tired and hungry. This becomes more serious when sugary drinks start replacing real food. For example, someone may drink a sweet coffee in the morning and skip breakfast. At lunch, they may drink soda and only eat a small sandwich. By dinner, they may not feel hungry enough to eat a proper meal. So even though they are consuming many calories, they are not eating enough eggs, fish, chicken, beans, yogurt, vegetables, or other foods that help support the body. Sugary drinks can also make it easier to gain weight, and this creates another problem. If your body becomes heavier while your legs become weaker, walking and climbing stairs can feel much harder. Your legs now have to carry more weight with less strength. That is why reducing sugary drinks can be one of the easiest and most useful changes you can make. You do not need to stop everything in one day. Start by replacing just 1 sugary drink. If you usually drink 2 cans of soda, reduce it to 1. If you add 3 spoons of sugar to tea, try 2 spoons for a week, then reduce it again. You can drink water, unsweetened tea, lemon water, or sparkling water. You can also add a slice of lemon, cucumber, orange, or a few mint leaves to make plain water taste better. Be careful with fruit juice too. Fruit juice may sound healthy, but it is easy to drink a lot of sugar very quickly. Eating a whole orange is usually better than drinking a large glass of orange juice because the whole fruit also gives you fiber and helps you feel full. The simple rule is this: do not let sweet drinks take the place of real meals. Your legs cannot build strength from sugar alone. Food number 2, processed meats. The second food to reduce is processed meat. This includes bacon, sausages, hot dogs, salami, pepperoni, luncheon meat, and many packaged meat products. Now, these foods do contain some protein, so you may wonder, if they contain protein, why are they on this list? The reason is simple. Many processed meats are also very high in salt and unhealthy fat. They are often easy to eat, easy to cook, and easy to keep in the fridge. But when you eat them every day, they can push healthier protein choices off your plate. For example, someone may eat sausages at breakfast, luncheon meat at lunch, and pepperoni pizza at dinner. They are technically eating meat, but they are missing the benefits of fresher foods like fish, eggs, chicken, beans, lentils, or plain yogurt. Your body needs different types of healthy foods, not the same processed food again and again. Too much salt may also be a problem for people who already have high blood pressure, swollen feet, kidney problems, or heart problems. This does not mean you can never eat bacon or sausages again. The real problem is how often you eat them. If they are part of every breakfast or lunch, start reducing them. Try eggs for breakfast. You can have boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, or an omelet with a few vegetables. At lunch, replace luncheon meat with chicken, tuna, beans, or leftover fish. For dinner, you can eat lentils, beans, fish, chicken, or lean meat. Even peanut butter, yogurt, cheese, nuts, and seeds can help add more useful nutrition to your day. A good way to think about processed meat is this: treat it like an occasional food, not your main daily source of protein. Your legs need steady support. That support is easier to get from simple, less processed foods. Food number 3, deep fried foods. The third food to reduce is deep fried food. This includes fried chicken, chips, donuts, fried fish, fried pastries, onion rings, and many fast food meals. One fried meal will not suddenly make your legs weak, but when fried food becomes a daily habit, it can cause problems. Fried foods contain a lot of calories. They may also contain a lot of salt and unhealthy fat. The biggest issue is that they often replace healthier foods. Imagine your dinner plate is filled with fried chicken and chips. There may be very little room left for vegetables, beans, salad, or other foods your body needs. Or maybe you eat a donut and coffee for breakfast. It tastes good and fills you for a short time, but it does not give your muscles the same support as eggs, yogurt, oats, fruit, or nuts. After a few hours, you may feel tired again. Many people also feel heavy or sleepy after eating a large fried meal. When you feel heavy, you are less likely to walk, exercise, or stay active. So the problem is not only what the food contains, it is also how the food affects your daily habits. If you eat heavy fried meals regularly, you may sit down more, move less, and slowly lose strength. The good news is that you do not need to eat tasteless food. You can bake, grill, roast, steam, or air fry many foods. Instead of deep-fried chicken, try grilled chicken with herbs and lemon. Instead of chips, try a baked potato or roasted vegetables. Instead of fried fish, cook fish in the oven with a small amount of oil, garlic, black pepper, and lemon. You can still enjoy flavor. Use garlic, ginger, chili, paprika, herbs, vinegar, lemon, or black pepper. Even if you still want fried food sometimes, make the portion smaller. Do not fill the whole plate with it. Have a smaller piece of fried chicken with a larger serving of vegetables, salad, or beans. This is much easier than telling yourself you can never eat fried food again. The goal is not punishment. The goal is balance. Food number 4, biscuits, cakes, and snack foods that replace meals. The fourth food category includes biscuits, crackers, cakes, pastries, crisps, sweet cereal, snack bars, and other easy packaged snacks. These foods are not always eaten because people love them. Sometimes they are eaten because they are easy. Cooking can feel tiring. If you live alone, you may not feel like preparing a full meal, so you make tea and eat a few biscuits. Later, you eat crackers or crisps. At night, you may only eat a small bowl of soup. You may feel like you ate throughout the day, but your body may still not have received enough useful food. This happens to many older adults. Their appetite becomes smaller, so every bite becomes more important. If most of those bites come from biscuits, cakes, crackers, or crisps, there may not be enough protein to protect the muscles. Think about a normal day. Breakfast is tea and biscuits. Lunch is crackers and cheese. The afternoon snack is cake. Dinner is toast and soup. Where is the strong source of protein? Where are the vegetables? Where are the beans, eggs, fish, chicken, yogurt, or lentils? They may be missing completely, and when this pattern continues, Your body has fewer building materials to repair your muscles. You do not need to cook complicated meals. Simple food is enough. For breakfast, you could have 2 eggs with toast. You could eat plain yogurt with fruit. You could make oats with milk and add a small amount of nuts or seeds. For lunch, you could have tuna with salad, bean soup, eggs with vegetables, or leftover chicken. For dinner, you could have lentils with rice, fish with vegetables, or an omelet. Even your snacks can help you. Instead of biscuits every time, try yogurt, a boiled egg, a handful of nuts, fruit with peanut butter, hummus, or cheese with whole grain crackers. You can still eat a biscuit or a small piece of cake sometimes, but do not let these foods become your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A very simple question can help you improve every meal. Look at your plate and ask, where is the protein? If you cannot see eggs, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, yogurt, milk, cheese, nuts, or another protein food, try to add one. This one habit can make your meals much more useful. Food number 5, salty packaged meals. The 5th food to reduce is salty packaged food. This includes instant noodles, canned soups, frozen dinners, salty snacks, ready-made sauces, and many microwave meals. These foods are useful when you are busy or do not feel like cooking. The problem is that some of them contain a very large amount of salt. Too much salt can cause trouble, especially if you already deal with high blood pressure, swollen ankles, kidney problems, or heart problems. Salt does not directly make your leg muscles disappear, but it may cause some people to hold extra water that can make the feet and legs feel swollen, heavy, and uncomfortable. When your legs feel heavy, you may walk less, and the less you use your muscles, the weaker they may become. Packaged meals may also be low in vegetables, fiber, and good quality protein. They fill you quickly, but they may not give your body everything it needs. Start checking the food label. Look for the amount of sodium or salt. Compare 2 similar products and choose the one with less. Be careful with serving sizes. A packet may say it contains 2 servings. Even though most people eat the whole packet, that means you may actually be eating twice the amount of salt shown for 1 serving. If you eat canned beans or vegetables, rinse them under water before using them. This can remove some of the added salt. If you make instant noodles, use only part of the flavor packet. Add an egg, vegetables, chicken, beans, or tofu to make the meal more balanced. Use garlic, ginger, lemon, chili, herbs, or black pepper to add flavor without adding too much salt. You do not need to stop buying all packaged food. Just try not to depend on it every day. Fresh or simple home-prepared meals usually give you more control over what you are eating. What should you eat instead? Now that we have talked about what to reduce, let us talk about what your legs actually need. Your meals do not need to be expensive. They do not need to be perfect, and they do not need to look like food from a health magazine. You simply need to give your body a better mix of foods. Try to include 3 things in most meals. First, add a protein food. This could be eggs, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, yogurt, milk, cheese, tofu, nuts, or seeds. Second, add fruit or vegetables. Fresh, frozen, or canned vegetables can all be useful. Just check for added salt or heavy sauces. Third, add a filling food that gives you steady energy. This could be oats, brown rice, whole grain bread, beans, potatoes, or another simple grain. For breakfast, you might eat eggs, toast, and fruit. For lunch, you could have bean soup with yogurt. For dinner, you might eat fish, vegetables, and a baked potato. Another dinner could be lentils with rice and salad. These meals are simple, filling, and much more useful for your body than soda, biscuits, crisps, or instant meals. You should also drink enough water. Not drinking enough can make you feel tired, dizzy, or weak. Keep a glass or bottle nearby and drink small amounts throughout the day. However, if your doctor has told you to limit fluids because of a heart or kidney problem, follow that advice. Eating better is important, but food alone will not keep your legs strong. You also need to use your muscles. Think about what happens when someone wears a cast on their leg for several weeks. the leg often becomes thinner and weaker because it was not being used. The same thing can happen slowly when you spend most of the day sitting. Walking is helpful, but your legs also need movements that make the muscles work a little harder. You do not need a gym. You can start with a simple chair exercise. Sit on a strong chair that will not move. Place both feet flat on the floor. Lean forward slightly and stand up. Then slowly sit back down. Use your hands if you need help. Try it a few times. As you get stronger, try using your hands less. Another easy exercise is the heel raise. Stand behind a strong chair and hold it. Slowly lift your heels so you rise onto your toes, then lower yourself back down. You can also march slowly in place while holding the chair. The goal is not to push yourself until you are exhausted. The goal is to remind your muscles that they are still needed. Start slowly. Do a small amount regularly. Stop if you feel chest pain, severe shortness of breath, dizziness, or sharp pain. If you have already fallen, feel very unsteady, or use a walking aid, speak with a doctor or physical therapist before trying new exercises alone. Most leg weakness develops slowly, but sudden weakness is different. If one leg suddenly becomes weak, especially with a drooping face, trouble speaking, confusion, or loss of balance, get emergency help immediately. These may be signs of a stroke. You should also get medical help if weakness comes with chest pain, severe breathing problems, fainting, severe back pain, or loss of bladder or bowel control. If one leg becomes suddenly swollen, red, warm, or painful, do not ignore it. And if your weakness keeps getting worse, talk to your doctor. Do not simply assume it is age. Sometimes weakness may be connected to low vitamins, low iron, medication side effects, poor blood flow, nerve problems, or another condition that needs treatment. Do not stop taking any medicine by yourself. Instead, ask your doctor or pharmacist whether any of your medicines may be causing dizziness, tiredness, or weakness. A simple 7-day plan. You do not need to change your whole life today. Try this simple 7-day plan. On day 1, replace one sugary drink with water. On day 2, add eggs, yogurt, beans, or another protein food to breakfast. On day 3, replace processed meat with fish, chicken, eggs, beans, or lentils. On day 4, bake, grill, or roast one meal instead of frying it. On day 5, compare the salt on 2 packaged foods and choose the lower salt option. On day 6, try a few safe chair stands while holding support if needed. On day 7, plan 3 simple meals for the next week. That is enough to get started. Do not wait for the perfect diet. Do not wait until Monday. And do not think a small change is useless. A glass of water instead of soda is a change. An egg instead of biscuits is a change. Standing up from a chair 5 times is a change. Small choices may not feel powerful in one day, but when you repeat them for weeks and months, they can completely change the direction of your health. The 5 foods to reduce are sugary drinks, processed meats, deep-fried foods, biscuits and snack foods that replace meals, and salty packaged meals. These foods are not poison. You do not need to fear them. The problem begins when they take over your diet and replace the foods your muscles actually need. Your legs need protein, they need water, they need regular movement, and they need you to pay attention when something feels wrong. Do not wait until you can no longer climb the stairs or stand up without help. Start with one better meal, one less sugary drink, one short walk, one simple exercise. You are not trying to become 20 years old again. You are trying to stay strong enough to live your own life, move around safely, and keep your independence for as long as possible. And that is a goal worth working toward every single day.